We are doing it live, man. It is Tuesday night. That means it is time for What the Fig Pin. How is everyone this evening? Thank you so much for joining us. Uh, Battle is still traveling the world, having lots of fun. So we miss you, Battle. Again, hope you, in case you're having a wonderful time. Love the pictures that you've been sending me, and definitely your trips to the Pokemon centers. So have definitely an enjoyable time, my friend. But it is still such an amazing pleasure to have Darth Pins with us. How are you this evening, man?
Awesome. Thank you for having me back again. This has been a
Awesome, man. Yeah, we
spectacular
appreciate you
and
for sure.
fun.
No, it's been a great couple of weeks that we appreciate the time that you're taking to help us out here. So um it's been a busy 7 days since last week for sure. There's been a lot of announcements, a lot of stuff that's been happening. And Sunday, we got the announcement that Chase Day was back. So we'll go ahead and get into that a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and say hi to the chat. One Shot Customs, Deku Pops, Queen Nerd, Nick Cal, Getty Up, NJ Sith. How's it going, my friend? We have Darth Pin saying hey hey as well. So, welcome again, everyone. We appreciate it. As a little sneak peek, this is what I have to open tonight. So it is still sealed. Looking for that gold
Let's get
chaser.
that luck going
Hopefully my
for you.
luck will be better with this one than the my strikeout on the quest pin. So we'll see what happens there. But how have you been, Darth?
It's been a very wonderful week. Lots of news came out. I didn't kind of try to not pay attention to the socials sometimes on the weekends, spend time with the family, and I think I saw Professor put it out. A little screenshot with his is it Izuku, with the chase little emblem in
Yeah.
there, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, I need 10 minutes, family. I got to check it out. I got to see it and then make my own post. And, the excitement was there. Like,
Yeah,
Monday
no, for sure,
morning,
man.
flipped it.
It was fun, and I know that I know that you shared with me that you were lucky enough to get one of the chases for the first week. So, silly me, I went ahead and I know I have it right here. Where did I put them? Of course, I can't find them because why would it be simple? I guess if I actually like got back to putting my pins back in my storage. So I already have one of these, which got me a very early unlock, which was a serial of it started with a 4, and then my other ones is, I thought I had an R, but it was a J and an S. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna unlock the S. Oh, wait a second. Nope, I did have an R, sorry. I do have an R and an S and a J. So I'm gonna unlock the R and the S onto which I typically don't do. But I want to definitely get this chase. I'm liking the chase for sure. So hopefully next week or the week after, looking at like the serial numbers, and I know that some people were tracking it. It looks like there was about 15 to 20 that were claimed that first yesterday. So if all goes well, maybe I'll get one next week or the week after with those RS serial numbers.
Should be right in there. Right in there. The
Yep.
first couple of
What
weeks, at
was
least, anyways.
you had a Z serial number?
I had a Y
A
and
Y, okay.
I have an L, and that's maybe that'll hit in the first month or two if possible, and that's just going to be a backup for. I was talking back and forth with the battle. He's like, "Hey man, you mind going down to my house, grabbing mine, give me the serial number so I can unlock it." But I'm like, "Oh man, what if you had like a Y or a Z and he's not even there right now?"
Yeah, seriously.
So hopefully somebody like that does need if I hit on an additional one that needs it, well, I can help them out.
Yep. I do know that I've seen I think one or two people posting, their chase codes for sale. I think the
Mm.
price was around $100. So we'll see what, it gets set at just for a code, because then it's on top of that, you obviously have to pay the the $20 for the chase plus shipping and taxes, depending on where you're at. So we'll see what the chase looks like, but it being the first time where a chase is only 250 lot size, yeah, it might go for a pretty decent amount to start off with. I have a
It
W for
seems
my
about right.
Deku and didn't hit the chase for the first wave. All right, so Deku's saying that he didn't get it the first week with a W.
It's interesting. So I wonder what they did. They just did Y, Z, and
Well, I mean
maybe a
that
third
that
letter.
just might mean that the Z and Ys they don't have there wasn't that many that were unlocked in there. I mean, I know it's kind of crazy where it's up to 70% unlock and there wasn't that many Z's or Y's in there. So if you have a W and you said you had a Y?
I had a Y. Yeah.
Okay. So I mean,
So,
if they go ahead and if there's anyone that unlocks this week that has a Z in it, they obviously go ahead and get to the front of the line. But yeah, we'll see what happens this coming Monday with how many people get it and then what kind of uh range they get in the alphabet for it. So, but it's still fun. I'm excited that they got it
yeah.
fixed. They said that they were. So, thank you to the FiGPiN team. I know that you guys were working hard trying to get it corrected with the person that's on the team, putting those puzzle pieces together. So please share our thanks to that team member that was able to get it figured out. We know that you guys put a lot of work into the app and everything that you guys do. So it's appreciated for sure for getting it back so quickly.
Everybody put away the pitchforks. Everything's okay now.
With that, we also had the announcement of the One Piece 25th anniversary. 25th anniversary. And there was definitely some cool pins there. I know that there was some already available to order. They have a Luffy that has a chase available for it. So I ordered a few of those also because I did like the I did like that style Luffy that he had there, so I'm excited to hopefully get that. There was a little mix up where right when they announced the pins for the 25th anniversary One Piece, they were saying that it was a 500 lot size. That is not the case. So if you did see that message early on, they corrected it pretty quickly. I myself, as well as a few others, I know reached out to FiGPiN to let them be aware because I believe that it was uh, their pro email was showing something different compared to what was showing on the blog post. So there was some discrepancy there. And I know that a few people reached out to them asking them for clarification, and they immediately updated the blog post that the lot size for the One Piece pins is 1,000, and then the chase for the Luffy is a 500 lot size. So just wanted to put that out there.
Now it's not the first, or is it the first to have a chase that's in a different pose? I believe it's not the first, if I'm
No,
correct, right?
no, it's not. Yeah, no,
Okay.
I mean, technically you had Patrick Star, I think was the very first chase. That was a different pose. Because one, he was just his kind of doofy self, and the other one, he had like kind of that drooling face on him. But that was a chase done where it was, found out in the wild. The first chase that was of a different pose through the system, uh, and chat, correct me if I'm wrong, was Fat Gum. So, he had the skinny version and the fat version
That's
with
right.
that.
That's right. Did Yeah, it's another kind of line where I don't collect, but I recognize the value of a pin and the uniqueness of having that fat gum with the skinny one. And I was like, I had to try to get that as well.
Yep.
I was late to the game when they did the chases. I think original chases where like I have one where it's what's the character? Big Hero 6. Wasn't that a chase where you had
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
regular and the glitter? I did get
Yep.
that, but that whole game I wasn't into until they started doing it with the serial numbers. Um, especially when you get like a 250, 500, I'm definitely into something like that. I mean, I end up buying several of those Luffy's just because it's a cool pin. I mean, I didn't pick up the other ones yet, but I just
Yep.
that one I was just
No,
like
for
that
sure.
one's pretty cool.
For sure. Steve, how are you doing? And Professor Figpin has joined us, so thanks guys for joining us. And Deku Pops went ahead and made a comment, and I agree, and it looks like Professor is agreeing as well, that I very much appreciate and like the different pose variants compared to them being just a gold trim of the same exact pin. So yeah, it's definitely a nice change up for sure. And I hope that they continue to do chases that way where it's a different character. Or
Here's
not a
my
different character, a
wish.
different pose character.
Please, FiGPiN. Darth Revan, Jedi Revan. One of them's the chase. I don't care which. As a Star Wars fan,
Oh,
come
that'd be cool
on.
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I might have to buy 50 of those things right off the bat. So just be prepared for that.
Yep. Uh, One
Hello Kitty
shot is
chases.
reminding me that yes, the Hello Kitty actually had, I believe, was the first chase, if I'm not mistaken, and it's a pins on fire. Both pins, the common as well as the chase variant, are pins on fire exclusives, and it's the orange Hello Kitties. So you had
See that.
and I'm pretty sure it's a 1 in 4 chance. So you bought if you had a chance to purchase them, and if you were lucky enough, you had both. You could get both the glitter and non-glitter versions of those pins. So if I remember correctly, that might be the very first variant, early in the game. And then I know they have obviously the glitter Gohan pins on fire. They also have um, I know Patrick was an early on chase. They had Jubilee, which was an early on chase variant, which was the 1 in 6 style. And we can't forget uh the dad pin from Onward with him just having the pants pin.
Yep. I remember that one now. Yeah. I was offered an AP set of those and I had no idea what it even was. And then we ended up watching it like right after that. And I was like, oh, my kids weren't in FiGPiNs at that point. So they would have been like, what? AP who? Now they see him coming in like that. Is that for me? Like, no.
Yep. Um I was very happy and excited because got my Chalice collectible delivery this Saturday, and I got my Zenitsu, my glitter Zenitsu.
Nice.
I know that the glare is kind of horrible there, so sorry about that. And I was lucky enough because it was a serial that started with a 3, and on launch day I was able to get the second launch out of it.
Nice.
So I was happy for
Oh,
that. And again, guys, if you have not done so already, I highly recommend you check out Chalice Collectibles. They still have this Zenitsu AP deal where it's $100. You get this glitter Zenitsu. You get 3 other Chalice collectible exclusives. Plus, you get an AP, and I'll show you the AP that I got, which is this guy. So I'm excited. I actually had never got this pin. I realized when I was organizing my pins that I never picked this up from Chalice, and I was lucky enough to get him. So now I have my full lineup of this. So I'm excited. Very cool
checking out
pin.
his site right now.
Yep, $100, man. You can't beat that deal for sure. 5 pins, one of them being an AP. That's $20 for an AP pin. And these are the other Chalice exclusives that I've received, which I actually didn't have this one either. So I was happy about that. So thank you, Chalice. Awesome job. That was a great deal. It's still available. So if anyone is looking for it, I would highly recommend going to chalicecollectibles.com. Speaking about retailers doing cool things, and I know that we talked about it, and I know that you posted it. Pins on Fire, another amazing logo holder. So we have the pastel, I guess it's a pastel green, maybe, right?
It
I
passed
think.
like I'm, it looks very aquish, but I'm gonna guess it's more Easter color when it comes in, just
Okay,
from
so
the
like maybe
pictures
like
that
a
they showed it. So
tealish,
you,
leaning more towards the greener side of that teal. Um, but they have a their logo holders again. The first 25 orders were able to get the glitter variant of it, and then the first 50 orders would go ahead and get the non-glitter logo holder. So make sure that you're checking out pinsonfire.com. Any order over $50 goes ahead and qualifies for those, and it automatically adds it to your um, cart if it's still available. So you will know right away once you go to their website and you add anything into your cart, it will let you be aware if you receive the glitter or non-glitter version of those pins. I'm actually headed to pinsonfire.com right now, and it looks like they only have the non-glitter logo holders, so they must have passed over um their 25 order mark, and only the non-glitter version of the logo holder is still available. So if you're looking for it, great opportunity to pick up another cool logo holder from pinsonfire.com.
Yeah,
Uh
they were on there late till last night. I remember checking later in the night, and it was still both of them were still there. So they must have just, somebody finally picked up that last 25th one.
oh, so you checked last night and it was still available there?
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure the time, but I
That's
mean,
cool.
it was later, probably 6 o'clock or so. And I said, "Oh, they still have this." Surprise, because the other ones they went a little faster.
That's definitely pretty cool. Um, let's see what else do we got here.
We talked about those, the One Piece boxes. What about upcoming this weekend? Some kind of big event, possibly.
Yeah, WonderCon. WonderCon's
WonderCon.
happening this weekend. So if you didn't take a look, they had announced their logo for WonderCon, which looks really cool. They have a Scooby-Doo pin that they just announced today, or was that yesterday? I can't remember if the Scooby-Doo was yesterday or
Was the
today.
creeper? Creeper was it? Oh, was it the spooky ghost or the shaky ghost? And then the creeper was
Well,
yesterday, I
one
believe.
of those is a Toy Temple exclusive. No, I'm
Yep.
sorry, that's a Plastic Empire exclusive that's being sold at Toy Temple, right?
Yes.
And then you have um the other one, which is a FiGPiN exclusive.
That one,
So
Toy
make sure
Temple
you're
one is. I'm sorry. Plastic Empire is the spooky space kook. Kook. Kook.
yes,
Yeah.
that's the
And then
Plastic Empire one.
yeah, and then Toy Temple is the Zorro. I'm trying to read my own
Yes. So
notes.
that
Zorro.
yeah, the Zorro is the Plastic Empire one, right? Or is
That
no,
one I believe
The
is
Zorro
that's
is
Toy
the
Temple.
Toy Temple exclusive. That's going to be available at Toy Temple's booth. And then the other Scooby-Doo pin is going to be available at Toy Temple booth, but it's a Plastic Empire exclusive. And then today,
That's the
which I'm
glow in the
sure you're
dark one.
excited, so I'll let you go ahead and announce what
Oh
was announced today and what we had our first looks at.
yeah, that Zeb. I was kind of nervous. What are they going to do? How are they going to pose them? And it seemed like from the chatter, everyone was pretty excited about that one. So I kind of went a little overdrive today. Like I need to get this pin. Just trying to secure who can find one for me. So plus, I'm trying to help out one of the contacts I have over in the Netherlands. The guy's a very big FiGPiN Star Wars collector. So I try to help
Okay,
him as much as I can. So whenever I try to
nice.
see something like that and he can't get it off directly, because FiGPiN will ship, I believe, directly or to the Netherlands. It's just all the cons and the exclusives like that. He can't get those. So I usually pick up one or two and then get an extra one for him, ship it over to him. So,
Nice. Nice.
um, but yeah, I was very excited about Zeb. I mean, that Rebels line is coming up for me right now. I mean, it's you actually pointed out the one. What was it? Pins on Fire with the box. You got the
Yeah,
Black
yeah. So
Chrysanthemum
they're
and the Rebels.
Grand
So
Inquisitor. Yep.
yeah, I picked up the Black Chrysanthemum. I didn't have the common of him yet, so I picked it up the other day. It was $75 for that plus the 5 common pins. So I grabbed that, but with the Zeb, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about closing the line. I just,
For sure, man. He looks awesome. It's gonna be cool. And now the only pin that they have not announced is the
Stitch.
Stitch pin,
Yeah,
right? I think that
I
they
know
have
Queen's
because they
excited.
got four. Say that again.
Queen's excited. She's definitely looking to get that if anyone want to help out Queen Nerd.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So yeah, if anyone's going to WonderCon, I have not seen many people going ahead and posting that they're going to be there. So uh, these pins may go ahead and have some value to them if there's not, if they get sold out at the con and are only, secondary market pricing then at that point. So we'll see what happens. I did just see another comment. Oh yes, Professor, we'll go ahead and we'll make sure we bring that up for you and FigPin BB as well. But yeah, so the only one that we haven't seen is the Stitch pin that's going to be part of the WonderCon exclusive. So we're excited to see what that looks like. It is also Easter weekend. You are correct,
He's just gonna point this.
NJ Sith. So
I just noticed NJ says so. He's probably a neighbor.
yes,
He's in the general
he
vicinity of
is.
us. So
Yep, he's there, and Dave and his wife are amazing amazing people. So um, it was great to meet them at NYCC. But yeah, you should touch base with NJ Sith. He's a Jersey native, so I'm not sure. I forget the town that he lives in, but yeah, you guys might be close to each other.
yeah, I think I told you before. I think it was the baseball chases, and I had a guy buy one off of me, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you can just ship it here." And next thing you know, I look up his address, and he's literally a 10-minute drive. I'm like, "How about this? How about I drive it over to your house?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "I'm literally 10 minutes from you." I'm like, cancel the Macari." I'm like, I'm just gonna bring it over to you, buddy." So this
Yeah,
guy's
yeah, that's cool.
down the street from me, and so I'm like, just amazing how you meet this community smaller than you think it is, you know.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Oh,
If
so
he
he's
he
down in
lives
the
in Jersey City, so I don't know how far Jersey City is from you, but that's where it looks like he's
swamps. Oh, okay, I
the
get it
swamps
now.
of
I was
Jersey.
thinking when I said swamps, I was thinking the Pineys. So I'm a transplant. I'm from Boston, so I'm still learning a little bit.
Um, I know that you did you get your order from FigPin? I thought you told me that you had might have ordered some mystery minis. Did you
I
get that
did
order in already?
order. I got the order in. I bought a box of Yu-Gi-Ohs. I think they came back in. So I think
Okay.
they were out for a while. Then it was just the Five Nights at Freddy's, and then I saw them for yesterday's last logo
Yep.
announcement. I grabbed a box of them because I think the week before I got uh, sorry, I had something in my throat. The week before I got a box of the Iron Man pins. I was gonna buy two boxes, see if I could get another chase box and get rid of it, but I was like, you know what? I just got the one box, and I think it was three logos with a guaranteed AP and then the guaranteed logo from last week, and then a possible either common or AP. So this week I just went with the box of Mr. Minis. I think it's two logos for the box of Mr. Minis, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so you get a box of mystery minis gets you two logos, one of them being an AP, one of them being a common. So you should be getting that for sure. You ordered it yesterday with the promotion for this week.
Yes. Yeah. So I think
So
this week's what, a mystery logo. It's
so
not.
it's a
That
mystery
wasn't
logo.
announced.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I did finally get my from I guess 4 weeks ago now. I finally got my order in. It also came
Oh,
in
there we go.
Saturday. I got my Powerpuff Girls, which unfortunately I haven't checked the serial numbers, which
Just in time for
I'm
launch.
nervous to because if I had a good serial number and I missed the launch because it took so long, that's disappointing. But I was happy to get those in, and I did go ahead and get an Iron Man box set. I got actually two of them. So there's
Oh,
that one,
oh, drum roll for the second one.
and
Let's
then
see.
the second one, I went ahead and got. They packed it upside down for me. Or they put the
Oh
sticker on the wrong.
man.
And I haven't even taken it out of the box, but then I looked at the logo and it's not
Uh,
a chase. So two strikes, no luck with the chase for the Iron Man box set. But hey, getting three additional logos on top of the deal and having, one of those logos extra, one of those three logos being an AP. I'm okay with that.
Especially since it was what last week was L5, which was a harder pin when I was looking for logos at the time. It was a harder one to get. And
Yep.
then this week is L1 and L2 AP. I mean, when I got into the logo game, just the L1 and L2 commons were, I mean, they were over $100.
Well, yeah, and now I don't know because L1 and L2 both have a second edition, right? So I don't know
Yep.
if the APs are going to go ahead and be of um the first edition of L1 and L2 or if it's going to be part of the second edition. So it'll be interesting to see what people are getting when they through their orders when they get them.
I think what was it? The first five or six logos had second editions, I believe. I'm not. I mean, I think L5 is my only second edition pin I have on the wall back here. Everything else is all first
It,
editions.
it very well might be. I just definitely know that one and two have second editions for sure out of it.
Yeah,
Cool. Pops and Pins. Were you on their show last week?
I was. Yeah.
Did you see they had a Luke and Yoda AP available
Uh,
there?
I
I
with
was
great restraint kept myself from bidding again. I think I just got one
I
pin from
know
him.
I went in twice hoping to go ahead and get, because I'd love to get the AP of it. I struck out though this week. No, nothing happened. For those that have never been on Pops and Pins Whatnot show, he has 11, typically 11 prizes out of 40 boxes. You go ahead and you bid. When you win, you pick a number. I 25 is a special number to me. So I always go ahead and call it the Goku special. So if you ever, decide to go ahead and take a look at Pops and Pins Whatnot show, and if you pick box 25, it is demanded that you call it the Goku special. So Chris will know what you're talking about. But yeah, it's a fun time there, for sure when we're with Chris hanging out on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. So I
I
definitely
wish
even if you're going
whatnot.
even if you're not buying anything, you just want to go ahead and come and chat and we talk about FiGPiN, we talk about movies. So it's we talk about a little bit of everything there. So it's a lot of fun.
A lot of dad jokes.
A lot of dad jokes for sure. Yep.
I
Can
do
I
I
tell
do
you a
miss
dad
the
joke?
original format. What's that?
Can I tell you a dad joke?
Yeah.
So I bought Nancy one of those like world maps, and I put it on the wall. And I told her like, here's a dart, and wherever you throw it, I'll take you on vacation there. So for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be spending time behind the refrigerator. Not nothing.
No, no, I get it.
See, good dad joke. You couldn't even laugh at it.
I'm
Awesome.
actually there was a big announcement for us Star Wars fans, as you probably heard. I think I posted about it,
Yep.
and I was, how like when your kid comes and tells you something super exciting that you're like, oh, and you're kind of like, you got to show that restraint in your face, like, yeah, and you're not, but you're just kind of the same point. You're like, and I was, oh, tickets went on sale, and I went up to the wife and I was like, tickets went on sale. She just turns and looks at me. She says, if I don't get a trip to Italy, you're not going anywhere. I'm like, yes, yes, of course, my lovely bride. I will be taking you to Italy, but I'll be buying. And then someone reached out to me and said, are you going to this? I said, I'm buying tickets, whether I get to go or not.
Yeah, I'll have the
We'll see.
tickets. Just I'm not
We'll
sure if
see.
I'm
I'll
gonna
have
have
the tickets.
to get there.
So yeah, I'm excited about that just because, if I do that, it's on a bucket list to go out to Japan. And if I get to do that, I'm definitely probably not going to the one after that for if it's in the States again, just because that's still going to be a big deal. I'm sure it's going to be expensive for hotels, going to be expensive for flights, but
Yep.
something
And
I've
it's
never
in
really.
Japan, right? That's where the Star
Japan,
Wars.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah. So
Star Wars Celebration 2025 is going to be in Japan. Tickets. already went on sale, right? Or they're about. No, I think the
They are
pre-sale
on
went.
sale I think May 1st if you're a VIP member, and May 2nd if you are everybody else.
Okay.
And it's going to be late. It's going to be like 6 o'clock at night. They go on sale, which is kind of odd, but I think it's just trying to compensate for the
What am I
different time
confusing then
zones.
that just went on sale? Oh, is that maybe D23 for this year that went on sale?
D23. Yep.
That just went on sale either yesterday or today, right? For if you were a D23 member.
At least this
Right
weekend it
there.
went on sale.
Okay.
I just got the announcement like via email, but I just kind of I, it's things I want to take the family to, but I owe the missus. We were supposed to go on our 10-year anniversary to um, Italy, and I actually had an army school planned, so we didn't go through with that, and then I end up not going to that army school, so I still owe the missus our 10-year anniversary, and this will make our 12th year this year. So I'm a little behind.
That's awesome,
So
man. Well, hey,
yeah,
happy. When's your what month are you guys married in?
May is very special. So five is the
Oh, you're married in
5 and
May.
25, and yeah, Cinco de Mayo.
Nice. Awesome, man. Very cool. Um, it was we were just talking about it because we're actually going on vacation and in June and we're married, we got married in June and then thinking we were like, man, what year is it? Both me and Nancy and we're like, man, it's 19 years. So next year we'll be married 20 years. It's pretty crazy.
Congrats. Doesn't seem
Yep.
like it. Everyone says it goes
Heck no,
fast.
man.
It
It's been
goes
a great
fast,
time
and yeah, it's been a good ride. I mean,
for sure.
I'm like, you put up with my stuff, so there's definitely something special with you there, especially with the Star Wars craziness, and what. There's always a tour. Somebody comes over, like the question is, "Oh, he has some Star Wars stuff downstairs," and she'll go, "Has some stuff? Have you been to the museum yet?" So it's always like, "Come look at the weirdo in the basement with his Star Wars stuff and his fig pins," and it
Hey,
keeps
that's not
missing.
true. It's not weirdo.
Nah, I mean, she just likes to tease that. First it was Funko Pops, and there's still 10 or 12 tubs upstairs I got to get rid of. But I think this one's been a
I
little
hear
more.
you,
Like I
man.
said, we've
Believe me.
we've had
I'm
discussions
working
about it.
through it. I'm still working through my tubs. I totally hear you on that one.
Yeah, it's definitely been
Very
a
cool.
it's been a good
Do we want to go ahead
collectible.
and
Oh yes, let's get that over under.
all right. So this was available and it was a surprise at SDCC 2023. Bait had an after party, I believe it was the Saturday of SDCC of last year, and these were available at that event. They were $10 each. I did not get one of them, so I've had to buy them all at secondary prices. This is the second one that I've bought. So we'll go ahead and check it out. My first one was just a regular common. So let's go ahead and see. I'm gonna go ahead and block it so I can't see. What did I get? Nothing.
I can't.
Just the
It's,
just the
it's
common.
black.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
I
Still a
keep the
great pin.
reflection one,
I'm
but
liking it.
yeah,
It's all good.
it was an amazing pen. And when that first hit, I would love to tell you what I paid for the gold. I don't remember, but then I tried to get a second one at what I thought would be a bargain, and then I realized it was definitely overpriced. Um, I would love to get a second one just because I think what they're an LE 100 for the gold, if I remember. I think they were LE
Yes, LE
100.
100. Yep.
So I mean, that's definitely right now prices should be a little adjusted with that, but so that was still a great pen, and unless you were there, you were paying secondary market prices for it. So I,
And this is one
like I
of those
said,
things where I wish that I would have got this at at the con because this is a serial number of 7, so it could have been a low unlock. Darn it.
oh
It's all good.
yeah,
I
I mean,
still like these. I still like.
I like how they broke up the logos a little bit. With the Awesome Fest logo, with what is it? AMC came out with one, and then it was
Yep.
the two Chalice collectible ones. Those were, uh,
Did you get
you
both
know,
of the
uh,
Chalice ones? Because I have not got both of them. I only got the one of them.
yeah, I ended up buying. I think it was 4 boxes. It was a box set, I believe,
Yep, it
and
was their Black Friday special.
that's right. And I ended up getting 4 boxes. I mean, a lot of pins. I still have like two or three. I think of the it was a Black Panther was one of their exclusives that came with it. So I ended up selling all four of the. I want to say it was a One Piece pin or Jutsu Kaisen JJK.
I
Something that
don't
was a
remember. I know it was
glitter,
one of those. Yeah.
and and I sold those off immediately. I mean, people were like, "Hey, yeah, and yeah, I don't collect them," but I ended up getting one of the black pins, and then three of the common. I ended up selling. I mean, I still have two of the original the common still. I haven't really posted those for sale yet, but for me it was a win because I got at least one. I was hoping to get more, help people out and say, "Oh, I got a couple extras," but it
Yep.
was literally 1 out of 4. That was it.
Well, and I don't know how many sold of that. I don't know if he sold out of all those box sets for that because it was, I guess it was a Black Friday special, but he sold it on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So I don't remember if they all sold out. So I don't know if there's still if Chalice still has some of those in their, warehouse that they're able to go and do something else special with it. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited because I'm hopefully that, some of the, Chalice and Bait, they have other opportunities as well as AMC. They have opportunities to continue doing variants of their own logos, which I think is cool, man. It's a great opportunity for a company to have a pin, and then it's also part of the FiGPiN history where it goes in the app and able to build that story with it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was a little controversy where it was a 1 out of 5 chance, and you're allowed to buy 4 boxes, but then they end up opening it up. You could buy more than 4 boxes the next day. I think it was maybe the Friday. You said it was a Wednesday sale, but then I ended
Yep.
up getting 4 boxes, and just that point, it was like, what are they, $50 a box or $100 a box, something like that.
Yeah, I think it
And I'm like,
was
oh,
it was I think 75 $80 a box or something like that if I remember
yeah,
correctly.
yeah. I'm still sitting on some of that pin, so but then I got this beautiful black pin, so
Oh, that's cool.
you
Hey,
know,
man, it's awesome. I'm
I'm
jealous, that's
surprised
for sure. I'm
AMC.
jealous for sure.
I had to be logo complete.
Hey,
That's the one. Star Wars and logos are the two things that you know. Everything else is just a like I said. I showed you earlier that box of Dragon Ball Z pens I got. That was something that where I'm like wasn't a Dragon Ball Z collector maybe a year ago, but now I've been like, oh, these are great pens. I mean, you show me some pens, and I'm like, wow, those are amazing pens. So I try
yep.
to get the ones
Yeah,
that,
no, man,
that I
it's
can.
I love the Dragon Ball pins, man. Not just because of the lineup, but just the style and the art of the pins are definitely awesome. Very cool. Uh, I think we hit on everything this week, unless there was something that I'm missing.
Oh, I mean, there was so the only other thing was the creeper. I believe it was the creeper that we talked about that was from yesterday. That was something I didn't have in my notes, but I'm pretty sure that popped up here. That was the Scooby Doo creeper.
Yep.
That I saw that pop up yesterday on the
Yeah.
socials.
Yeah, so there are two Scooby-Doo pins available at WonderCon. One of them is going to be available at Toy Temple's booth, and the other one will be available at the
Oh, it is
FiGPiN
right here.
booth.
Yep. Pin number 1569. It's a LE 750.
Okay. Yep. So we have the Star Wars Rebel Zeb that was just announced today. That's a Elia 500. Spinner was the very first pin that was announced, which is an My Hero Academia, which is a 500 Ellie. We have the Scooby-Doo, which is a 750. And then again, we're just waiting on that Disney Stitch pin to be announced. It's a glow in the dark upside down pin, and that's also an LE of 500. So I'm excited to see what that pin looks like for sure. Cool. All right, guys. Uh I
I'm just posting in the chat. Sorry.
yeah, I just saw someone say something about wonder if Figpin is going to get the NFL license or maybe even soccer. Uh have you Darth, have you ever seen the Russell Wilson Figpin?
I've heard the rumors. Just
Okay.
rumors.
So
There's a few. Someone posted a while back some of the concepts that were never made into pins or the samples, and that was it. I don't know. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember
so
who
it
posted it.
was
It was a while ago.
so they went ahead and they made some of these pins. They, obviously were trying to get the license, and I forget the whole story because I know that they obviously I think that Russell Wilson, maybe was like, hey, yeah, you can go ahead and do it. And it was for this, I think he was in his Seahawks uniform. But yeah, so the pin does exist. It is a real thing. I don't know how many are out there in existence. I know that some people have it, but it is definitely one of those Grail style, very, very minimal pins that are not easily found for sure. Are you aware of the um the Ziggy Stardust XL pin?
No,
Yeah,
Y-
so that's another like
man.
very, very tough one to find. I'm trying to remember the story, and I think that Dan, the CEO, had a yard sale at his house, and someone went to the yard sale and they bought that pin from him. So it might be, it might have been just a sample of it, of that XL pin. Again, that might be, if I remember the story correctly, I'm pretty sure that's what happened with it. But there is an XL Ziggy Stardust that there does not go in the, like, it's not available in the app or anything, and it was never made as a pin. But yeah, there's that pin also exists out there.
I actually just picked up some samples myself of the princesses. I think I got Jasmine, Ariel. I can't remember the third one. I tried to get pink dress sample, and I thought, all right, $32 bid, we'll take it, but it sold for 53. Um, but yeah, I've just been trying to grab some of those. Just my wife's like, "Well, you grab the
The
samples."
Disney Park pink dress or the D23 pink dress?
Man, I wouldn't. I don't know because the description wasn't very. I could get
Okay.
back to him.
Because if it was this one, that's an impressive pin. It would
It
be pin
looks
number
like
226.
it looks like it doesn't. It didn't. This was just the sample. It wasn't any in a case or anything. So it does look
Yep.
like the one that you just pointed at. That's probably like because the other ones were like $10 sales, $12 sales, $15 sales, and that one went for 53. So I kind of figured like I thought maybe you'd go for 35, 40, which is what I put in for, and it went for 53. So that buyer definitely probably knew what they were going after and just wanted to make sure no one else outbid them on it.
I do see BP. Does FiGPiN have a marketing? Wonder if FiGPiN's. So we just talked about the NFL. So BP, does FiGPiN have a marketing person? Yes, they do. They've been going ahead and you know ch involved with many things. So they're trying to go ahead and figure out the whole process. The market person needs to push the product better through social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Yeah, I mean, so they're all working on it, man. And I mean, here's the BP. Here's a suggestion that I have is if you have any ideas, email FigPin and just say, hey, look, this is something that I've seen work for other companies, or if that's your expertise or in your professional life, it never hurts to go ahead and just give them a shout out and just be like, hey, here's some ideas for you. Yeah, and
Especially if you're pushing to all the socials.
yeah, we agree for sure. It's a great product, and we love the collectible as well, man. So thank you, man. And Deku, appreciate you, bud. Have a wonderful evening. We're actually going to go ahead and get wrapped up here as well. So, guys,
Yeah.
we talked about WonderCon. We talked about the Chase Day coming back. I know that there was some people. I know in on the Facebook page, our Facebook page, we went ahead and had a few people mentioned that they hit two or three chases from the Exodia, the Nezuko's, the Tanjiro chases. So it was cool to go ahead and see everyone posting excited about having Chase Day back for sure.
It's gonna be
We
an amazing
talked
pen.
about what else did we talk about? Well, we talked about the 25th anniversary of One Piece, so make sure that you're going ahead and pops and pins, bump and bite. I'm trying to think. Um, Trying to think of what else we talked about.
Bump and Bite,
It's,
Pims on Fire. We had a little Chalice
well, I'm trying to
collectibles
think
of
about
the
where they can purchase. I mean, obviously, FiGPiN.com has the One Piece pins available,
all
but I
One
know
Piece. Yes.
Pops and Pins. I know that Bump and Bite has them available, and FiGPiN has the pins available as well. Plastic Empire, Chalice Collectibles, go check them out. They probably have the pins for sure available as well. It's going to be fun. They look like it's a great lineup for sure.
Did they didn't announce the two retail exclusives, did they yet?
No,
They
no,
just said a
they
later
have
date.
not announced who those pins are going to go ahead and be exclusives to. Yep, and then obviously, the Zorro pin was kind of a surprise, drop because it's not even in the I'm just looking at their blog post, it's not even in their lineup there. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited that they have more One Piece coming out as well.
And that's again, that's another lineup that I never would have got any interest in if it wasn't for FiGPiN. Not knowing. I was telling somebody today. I go, yeah, I kept calling Luffy Lufa at first. Giving
Yep.
away pins because I was like, oh, who's this Lufa guy? Well, like, it was one of those things I sat on. I should have just gotten more involved in early. I would have had some pretty amazing pins.
Yep. Well, yeah, yeah, I mean it's funny because I know that uh I'm you're aware that I'm in education right now, and hearing kids talk about animes, and so I'm excited when I hear them talking about that, and they go ahead and they ask me like, "Oh, what do you know about, One Piece?" And I'm like, "Oh, I was like, I know, a lot about One Piece, like Monkey D. Luffy." And they're like, "Oh, you even know how to say his name?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Look, One Piece has been around for much longer than you guys have even been alive. So, like, yes, I know how to say his." It's always
Yep,
fun
I got to get
seeing
into that.
how, kids react to that stuff.
Like, there was anime when you were around, Mister. You're like, oh, yes.
BP, if you can go ahead and reach out to me, I would love to go because I've been trying to figure that out as well. So BP brings up, when searching for FigPin, what the FigPin doesn't show up. And I've noticed that for sure. So I I would love to go ahead and try to figure out how to crack the code about how we can go ahead and get more exposure when people are searching for FigPin that we show up as well. So yeah, BP, if you have any advice or any tips, if you'd reach out to me either uh, through what the Fig Pin on Instagram, or if you reach out to me through our Facebook page, I'd love to hear any advice that you can share. We would love to go ahead and break that boundary for sure. So I appreciate any help that you can give. Well, and so BP is also mentioning, so because I'm just reading this. Sorry guys, I know that you're not. We're looking at the chat and I'm not saying anything. So BP, I 100% agree that the comment was if the app could do visual animation of your pin where the character moves, I'm sure the kids could get hooked. Something more than just a picture. I 100% agree with you for sure, but that also has to deal with the licensing piece of things then as well. So you run into um, those hurdles of getting video animation approved, and then obviously the cost of that. I don't know if it's a different cost for having video animation compared to just the static image, but I just know that's probably some of the hurdles that they will have to think have.
There are a lot of members in the community too that are taking their product and taking pictures of it. I've seen some really amazing shots. Whether they're, you taking pictures of the product and posting it, but can can they do that? Can they be like, hey, we'd love to have you all do something and then put that in as official photograph or something? Or there are, like you said, there are options they can do. It's just a matter of like, what are they willing or what are they allowed to do? obviously it's a small company. They can't be going, hey, we're going to pay you money to use this stuff. We're trying to put it into product and development, and hopefully in socials. But there are options. It's just a lot of it can skyrocket in price very fast.
Very true. Well, guys, we appreciate it. Great conversation for sure. Thank you again for everyone's support. We appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, hit like on the video, subscribe to us. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. We even have a Twitter account. So make sure you're checking us out on all those platforms. But we appreciate everyone that has joined us tonight. Darth, as always, thank you so very much, man. We appreciate you. Battle, again, we hope you're having a great time, man. We miss you. Can't wait for you to get back stateside so we can go ahead and get back to the craziness that we call what? The FiGPiN. So guys,
Keep those discussions
in
coming on
three,
the.
say that again.
I said keep those discussions coming in the chat. I mean, we love them. We love to
For sure. Yeah.
people get in there and
Uh, sorry, I'm just reading some of this other stuff that just popped up in the chat. All right, cool. So, guys, in three, two, one, boost awesome.
boost awesome.
Have a great evening, everyone.
All right, everybody.